Our Hamlin injury was rigged and scripted. It is literally staged sports entertainment, no different than a storyline in the WWE. If you fell for this gigantic psychological operation and you actually think that this young man is injured, I implore you to watch the rest of this video because I've got some evidence that just might blow your mind. First things first, let's start with the evidence we can actually see. This hit right here does not appear to be all that bad, and we're supposed to believe out of all the hits that happen in high school and college and the pros, this specific hit caused commotio cordis, a medical condition nobody ever heard of until this game happened. Some more clear evidence would be the fact that he falls nice and safely on his butt and then lays down. He doesn't lose consciousness and fall on his face. No, he sits down nice and safely on his butt first and then lays down. Now let's take a closer look at this supposed 9 minutes of CPR and all the players supposedly crying because they're so emotional. What I see here is a big cluster flunk. A bunch of players all huddled around the guy who's supposedly injured, receiving supposed CPR. It looks like they're blocking the view from the fans in the stands. Why is everybody so closely huddled around this guy right here in a big giant cluster flunk? This only makes sense if they're specifically trying to block everyone's view from seeing what's going on. Are you telling me this is proper medical procedure to have every player on the team all standing around as close as possible? And I'm not buying these players crying at all. The more I watch this video clip, the more I see bad acting, like this right here. Do you really believe these guys are crying? I don't see the tears coming out of their faces. What I see are guys pretending to be emotional, like this. Oh man, I'm so sad. Look at me. Look, see how sad I am? I'm gonna cry into another man's chest. You know what helps me when I'm feeling sad? Crying into another man's chest and having his beard touch my head. I mean, look at this clown. And you gotta love the big white dude here. He's like, I'm here for you, Cupcake. You can cry into my chest. Now let's take a look at the symbolism here. Everybody kneeling except for number 33. What are the odds? Nothing to see here, folks. Definitely no Masonic symbolism at all. Purely coincidence. I'm basically like the only guy on the internet who tells you the truth that this is staged and phony. A lot of people took the bait and they think that this guy actually suffered a real injury, commotio cordis, heart attack, cardiac arrest, what have you. And then there's people who think that this is a VAXX injury. Oh no, he passed out because of the VAXX. You're all wrong. It's completely staged. If this was a real injury that happened unexpectedly, you wouldn't see it plastered all over every single mainstream media outlet. The mainstream media is controlled by the government. If this was an unexpected injury, then they would have easily just carted him off really quickly, finished the rest of the game, and then they would have gave it as little attention as possible. So the fact they're giving it as much attention as possible proves it's staged. Not a single one of you saw this guy ever take a VAXX. Not a single one of you ever saw this guy take a booster. So quit making up conspiracy theories, because that's exactly what the mainstream media is expecting you to do and is vilifying you for doing. Assuming the supposed cardiac arrest was caused by commotio cordis is as ridiculous as assuming the supposed cardiac arrest was caused by a VAXX injury. You have zero proof of either. However, we do have proof that there was a charity set up in Damar Hamlin's name before this supposed injury occurred, and it has now received more than $6 million in donations. Yeah, that isn't suspect at all. So let's do a quick recap, shall we? This whole event happened on the Television. Okay, that's number one. It's on TV. Number two, nobody ever saw this guy take a VA-XX. Nobody has any proof that he suffered any cardiac arrest. What we do have proof of is this hit right here. Doesn't seem that bad. And then we saw Damar sit safely on his butt and then lay down. And then we saw all of the mainstream media outlets run with this story. They all mentioned how this is sparking conspiracy theories about the VA-XX. And also we have $6 million donated to a charity that happened to be set up by this player before he supposedly got injured. If that doesn't prove to you that this whole thing is staged, then you are probably a sheeple or a fanboy, and I cannot help you.
Shalom, shalom, y'all. Allah. I want to start off first things first, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rahakadash, which is the Paleo Hebrew tongues, created as a Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honor to the apostles, elders, of great millstone. And shalom to sister brothers letting us true. And shalom to the brothers and sisters that's listening and studying, show themselves approved. Shalom. Woo, y'all, Sharala. Esau's getting desperate. It's getting desperate. You know, and so they can't lie good no more. They lie too much. It's like you tell a good lie, it's best to leave it alone and let it play out. But this devil's like, he loses, his skills are diminishing. He kept doing too much. And then I realized that, just like Apostle Paul put up, it was a setup. You know, I know all sports is rigged and fake. I figured that out in high school once the Patriots started winning Super Bowls after 9/11. I'm like, come on, man. Then, you know, I was a big time Lakers fan. And I remember a ref rigged the Lakers to beat Sacramento because the Lakers are more profitable than Sacramento. And then it's a ref that went to jail that said that the commissioner at the time told them to call fouls and to give favor towards Jordan because it was good for business. So things like that always open me up and let me know that sports is rigged. It's the circus, because we're living in a revised Roman Empire. And in the Roman Empire, if you look at it, they had big coliseums. They had the games to keep people distracted. They call it bread and circus. And it's no different here in Babylon the Great. These things are staged and set up. Like sports is like WWE. So I tell people, I don't look at the talent of the players or who gonna win things. I say always follow the money, because that's how you know who's gonna win it. All these sports entertainment is all about money. It's all about generating revenue. You know, and as we run through this lesson, you're going to see Esau uses this also to push agendas, which we just seen in that situation. That whole thing was to set up an agenda, because Esau's getting desperate. So he got to go to his sports. Plus, the circus is like losing its favor, man. I don't too much watch it like I used to. I know a lot of my Akim don't watch it like they used to. Like, it's not as good no more. It's not like the 90s. It's like these new young dudes be doing like walkthroughs. It's very boring, especially football. Football is very boring now. Like a lot of times I don't even care to watch the games no more. Like I gotta catch it. Or like say if I do watch a game, I'll watch and I'll be like, man, you know, I just wasted a whole hour of my life watching that game. I could have watched about 2 or 3 lessons. You know, that's how I be feeling. So I don't too much watching no more. So this was done to, you know, like they try to say they try to give him the defibrillator to shock him back alive. This is to put some excitement back into the game, because people ain't watching like that no more. They like, hey man, you better get over here and watch some football, god dang it. Hey man, dude got hurt. He miraculously recovered. And it's an amazing game, and watch football while we go over here and do a bunch of unrighteous decrees and take your rights away. You know, that's what Esau doing. So this, and like, man, they had it going. Because like when I first seen it, I was thinking it was a snake bite accident. you know, but then he got the line too much. And then here's my antennas got pricked up, Yasharala. When they canceled the game because of the injury. Now, for all my 80s babies, you know, or my 90s babies, you know, we watched football early days. I've seen dudes get paralyzed. I've seen dudes get knocked unconscious. Like, he was totally unconscious. You didn't know if that dude lived or died till after the game. They never stopped the football game for a football injury, ever. So that was my first indication, like, man, something ain't right about that. You know, the pastor put this up, and then, like I said, I started seeing things, and I'm like, yeah, this is a big old psyop. Just like Pastor put up, it's a psyop. Plus, I had Buffalo Bills win the Super Bowl before the year even started. Why? Because they got an Edomite quarterback that's, you know, decent, Josh Allen, because of him. Because Jake has been winning too many Super Bowls. Jake is like taking over the league because Jake is exciting to see. And Tom Brady's getting old. So Esau, I know how Esau thinks. He needs a new Edomite to market because they want to always push that they're the best at everything. But really, we know that's a lie. Jake is. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL. And they don't want him to win no more. It's a lot of Jake quarterbacks in the NFL right now. You got Tua, you got Lamar Jackson. They already got rid of Deshaun Watson. They put cases on him. You got Jalen Hurts, like Dak Prescott. Like, it's more Jake quarterbacks now than it is Edomite quarterbacks. That's never been in my lifetime. There's never been like that. So Esau getting desperate, like, oh, nah, man, hold up. I got to find me a white boy to put on top to say we the best. So I had Buffalo win a Super Bowl. Plus, check this out, y'all. Sherrod, this is how you know it's all about money. Check this out. Last year, when you watch, because I watch football and basketball. When you look at the professional football, basketball, who won the championships? You had the LA Rams win, and you had the Golden State Warriors. Both teams in California. They pumped money in California last year. Because what's a nickname for California? Silicon Valley. What are they making Silicon Valley? Chips Ahoy, baby, those cookies. You know, word to the wise, if you know what I'm talking about. You know, word to the wise. So they had to get those devices made. And to get the devices made, they needed what? Revenue. So they let the LA Rams win it. After blue, they got a bunch of players. Like, that thing, man, you can tell this is so set up. They went and got a bunch of players out of the blue. You know, Von Miller, Odell Beckham, a new quarterback, and then they all of a sudden won. And then now this year, they're just trash. Like, wow, what a turnaround. And then you had the Golden State Warriors, who won basketball, which I knew they was going to win after I seen the Rams win. Because I said Esau needs money in California because, another thing we do, they make a Silicon Valley. Robots. They need them police dogs. So Esau uses sports to funnel money. It's a good way to do fraud. It's a good way to sneak in funds. Because you do what? All kind of revenues, parties, sports betting. Like, it's a good way for Esau to hide and wash his dirty money. You know, that's why sports is it's $1 billion industry. When you add it all up, $1 trillion industry for Esau. And he can push agendas. You know, they push the pink agenda, got grown men wearing pink, all kinds of little stuff on TV through they little celebrities that they own, you know, make kids, you know, dress certain way. And that, I mean, it's a big lie, a big agenda. And this is no different. And this one, I'm like, Esau swinging for the fences. And like, it's not good. The circus is falling down because it's not set up good no more because Esau's losing his wisdom. So he can't lie like he used to. And this one right here, I'm looking like, wow, Esau. Like, you should just put it out there and shut up. And like, to me, they didn't set it up good, man. It's like, man, like Elder Malcolm always said, it got more holes than Swiss cheese. And you can tell it's a big old lie. So let's run it down. I got some articles. Check this out. It says, DeMar Hamlin's jersey sales skyrocket and fanatics say all proceeds will go to his charity. So they get jersey sales. They make millions of dollars off of that. And this dude is a backup safety. He ain't even a star player. And they're going to make money off of him. They just needed some, little dude to pump some money up. So dude's jersey is like, we're going to read the article. It says Hamlin's charity has raised over $4 million since injury, which by this time, the article, the video said $6 million. I think now it's up to like 7. I've read an article because this is kind of old. And it said it's almost impossible to put a positive spin to Darman Hamlin's life-threatening injury. Monday night, but people are coming together in this aftermath. Hamlin started the toy drive through his Chasing M's Foundation 2020 as a goal of 2,500. It is still active, and since the injury, over 4 million have been donated. And you best believe Esau got his hands all up in that. That man might get, if he lucky, maybe $1 million of that. Maybe. Because he ain't a star player, so he might get less than that. Esau about to snatch all that up, and ain't no telling what they're going to do with that money. So it says, fans have also shown support for Buffalo Bills safety by purchasing this jersey online. It is currently the 4th most popular NFL jersey on Fanatics, behind his teammate Josh Allen. That's the quarterback for Buffalo Bills. He's number 1. That's why I say I think they're going to win the Super Bowl. San Francisco 49ers Christian McCaffrey and Cincinnati Bengals Joe Burrow. Now they're pumping Cincinnati too. This happened during a Cincinnati game. So Cincinnati getting money too. Because guess what they got in Cincinnati? They got a C-Hip factory that they built in Cincinnati. That's why all of a sudden now the Bengals are good. They're pumping money in Cincinnati as well. So, man, Esau ain't slick, man. You know, with the wise, we see what you're doing, E. And it's also to pump money into that medical facility that he's at. You know, because he's in Cincinnati. And they be like, oh, it's a miracle. He died twice from a heart attack. And all of a sudden, you know, he up recovery. The medical staff is A1 plus, baby. So that everybody gonna want to go to that hospital now. So the more money going to that hospital. Doctor, everybody about to get money, man. It's all about money. So this is talking about jersey sales and how he, you know, let me get another one that just show you more lies. And to me, this is a form of witchcraft that they're doing, because it's a lie, and they're getting all they pulling on your heartstrings. They're making dumb people feel like this dude really got injured, and everybody's donating money, trying to help him out, because they care, and they're just taking advantage of people's ignorance. So check it out. It says Damar Hamlin has reached a major milestone in his recovery. Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin spent Friday morning FaceTiming with friends, loved ones, and teammates. 4 days after collapsing during a football game and going into cardiac arrest, Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin is breathing on his own and FaceTiming with his teammates, according to NFL Network Aaron Rappaport. The breathing tube is out, and he spent the morning speaking to various teammates on FaceTime. Now I delivered a message to the entire group, I'm told, Rappaport tweeted Friday morning. Now, come on. Now, this dude, they said, had heart stopped, had to use a defibrillator. He was sedated, not conscious, on a breathing machine, a ventilator, 2 days prior, and all of a sudden now he's off of it, and he talking. And there's another thing, too. I think, like, a couple days back, they said that he was writing on a paper, did we win the game and stuff like that, taking a major injury like that. Now, I talked to my medical people at my job, my old school medical people at my job, and they told me, ain't no way. I got people in my family that have heart attacks. Ain't no way you gonna have a recovery that quick. Ain't no way. So Esau shouldn't have did that, man, because now the hose is coming up. Now it's like, oh, man, see, y'all faking it, man. And don't be surprised if Buffalo Bills win the Super Bowl. They had a natural disaster, they blizzard. They need money to recover that. And I noticed, like remember the New Orleans Saints won the Super Bowl a little bit after Hurricane Katrina? The Patriots won after, 9/11? Like, every time, like, Esau need to put some money somewhere, he always lets that team win in order to generate revenue so that he can get some money going. Like, and it's like so obvious now. Like, come on, Esau, you got to be better with your lives. But his wisdom is leaving, and that's good news for us. So, and this lets us just see through him. So let's go to the scriptures. Because this devil, man, I'm looking like, yeah, you desperate, dude. Because I wasn't watching football, and I still really ain't. Because it's boring. They so scared of not getting hit, and they done took hard hits out the thing. And plus, nobody do no moves. You don't see no good spin moves and juking moves. And they so worried about they done took so much steroids and all that quercetin and whatever little stuff they take to get big and fast. And they ACLs pop like rubber bands. Achilles is popping. Pec muscles is popping. Like, these dudes will run, fall down on the ground, and then you look up, they say it's ACL popping. That might be a lie. These dudes might just need a break. You never know. But it's just not a good product no more, man. It's real boring. You don't see nothing that wows you or nothing, man. It's like a little walkthrough. Like, you'd be better going to a high school football game than watching a pro football game. At least you might see something. In the league, you ain't gonna see nothing, man. That's a lot of times I go to sleep on the game. I turn the game on and fall asleep, didn't even know it, because it's just so boring. So check it out. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Man, we not, man, the whole Fulek are totally aware of everything Esau's doing. Because I noticed Esau's society, civilization is an artificial construct. Everything is fake because it's built on lies. The food is fake. The sports is fake. The everything is fake. You know, the Esau does. And that's because they're in rulership and they cover the people in gross darkness, which is lies. And we starting to see that, man. It's starting to be real evident. It's like we unplugged out the matrix. And, you know, we're seeing his lies, man, and they're getting horrible. I don't know if it's because we're waking up to wisdom, not to understanding, or he just falling off with his lies. But it's easy to see through this devil now. Very easy to see. He can't lie good at all. Plus, the whole reason they did this too, also, Yasharala, is because they trying to combat misinformation. They're going to meet January 18th, the World Economic Forum, and they're going to try to figure out how to get people to quit, you know, talking about, you know, them things. That's the whole reason. They knew everybody was going to come up and think it was a snake bite. They knew that. So they're like, oh, it's because of y'all, I can't smell my stuff. So we got to figure out how to stop these people. And that's why they made this big scenario up. So it's like he trying to kill a lot of birds with one stone, but it's falling apart, really. I'm looking at the devil like, man, you might as well just bring it in with the sword, because your finesse game is garbage. You might as well come with your military, man. Like, you got the people you're going to get with the lie. The whole Fulek, you're not going to get us, man. We're not, it's not possible to trick us. Like, we're seeing more and more through you. And that's because that precept right there, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. Yo, you running the same tricks. Same tricks you've been running since 1700s. Like, you ain't switched nothing up. It's the same 52 fake out. We're not going to keep falling for the same move. You know, us that have wisdom. Stupid old devil. Make it dumb. So check it out. Let's go to 2 Thessalonians. And like I said, watch. Watch for, you know, I'm just speaking as a man right now, but I watched the Buffalo Bills win the Super Bowl. I think the Buffalo Bills going to win the Super Bowl. You know, they got all this controversy and everybody all worried about talking about football, the playoff implications. They canceled the game. And so now the seating is all messed up. So that's the driven to make people watch and talk about it and get you distracted while they try to set up their MOTB system, because they're not having a good job setting it up. They're having problems setting it up. So they threw out some more distraction, because that's all that is, the distraction. That way they can get their plans together, because they having problems getting that together, man. They over there bickering. They can't get it together. And they not going to get it together. They're going to have to bring it in with the sword. Like, I could tell them devils that, like, you're going to need military power, man. Finesse game not going to work. You know, the longer you wait, the worse it is for you, because everybody's starting to catch on to your lies. You're not lying good no more. So this, come with your robot dogs and your soldiers and do it like that. That's your best bet. Your lies ain't, man, finesse game is gone, man. You ain't got it like your great-great-granddaddy. He lied better than you. You can't lie like him. It's over with. Now, you still have a military, you better use it, because it's going down the drain too. Because I know why they need robot soldiers, because the infantry ain't nothing. The infantry too busy worried about rainbow stuff. You know, and I'm looking at the National Guard, them little kids, man, they ain't about to do nothing. I'm looking at it like Esau, like, I wish you would send them kids in the National Guard to my door talking about, have you had your thing or not? Man, I'm about to take the gun from them and bust them upside their head. So I'm looking like your military is getting weaker, the infantry. So that's why they need them robot soldiers, because they know them soldiers ain't about nothing, man. They about powder puff stuff. Military weak. Like, it's all about technology now, because the infantry, the people, they can't rely on them no more to get the job done. Man, them dudes, man, especially National Guard. National Guard is a joke, for what I've seen, y'all, Charlotte. Like, it's a lot of children that work on my job, and they have to leave to go practice for the National Guard, and I'll be looking at them like, you in the National Guard, you ain't gonna bust a grape. And they be like, and one of them I told, she a female, and I was like, you know they're gonna have you fighting American people, right? She's like, yeah, I know. And I was like, are you ready for that? She was like, no, I just signed up to pay for my college. So a lot of them don't even want to shoot nobody that's in the military. A lot of them sign up for the benefits. So the infantry, Esau's infantry is a joke. That's why he gonna need foreign troops, because his troops is nothing. That's why he really can't win a war using infantry. It's going to be about missile warfare, technology, and things of that nature, because his military Man, it's a flying joke, man. National Guard ain't gonna get nothing done. That's why I'm looking at Esau like, the more you wait, the harder it is gonna be for you to set this up. Because your military, they worried about the wrong things. And like I heard, it's hard for me to recruit people in the military right now. So to get back on subject with this law they got going, with the circus, because that's doing bad. A lot of people ain't watching that no more because it sucks. You know, and look, on basketball, I got this, y'all. So I look for the Brooklyn Nets or the Boston Celtics to win the finals. I'm just calling, I think those two teams, I want to lean towards Brooklyn because they're in New York. I noticed they need money. Like last year, it was all about putting money on the West Coast in California. This year, it's about putting money on the East Coast, New York primarily. They need money on the, and I notice how they're going to do this. They're going to attack from the coast. They're going to start on the west side, east side, and they're going to move towards the middle. You know, that's how I think they're going to move. Now, there ain't nothing scriptural. That's just me, you know, talking about Esau's plans. I think that's how they're going to move. They got to put money on the coast right now. So look for Brooklyn or Boston to win the Super Bowl. And then look, I even think like I got Buffalo Bills winning the Super Bowl, but they could sneak in Philly, you know. So don't let that fall off you. Just look for East Coast teams to win the championships. They need money on the East Coast. So check out, this is 2 Thessalonians 2:8. And then should the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. That's happening right now. That's why Esau he's desperate. He got to move because he's been revealed. Like a lot of people ain't calling them white people no more. They're getting called Edomites. They're getting called by their nationality again. They're scared of Esau because he's like, oh my Lord. They figured out who I am because he's like a fugitive. He's been running from his identity this whole time. Now it's getting stuck to him. We're pinning the tail on that donkey. And the Lord is consuming him with the spirit of his mouth. Who's the spirit of the Lord's mouth? The prophets, the brothers out there on the highway and hedges, spitting his truth that's bubbling up so hard. So hard. It's destroying this place. We speaking the words of Yahushua, and it is having a great effect and destroying him. that's why his lies is coming down too, because we putting these video epistles out, these lessons, and the hopeful elect is watching it, and they like, yep, I on point, yep, this devil lying. And he needs lies to do what he need to do. Without the lie, hey man, he's exposed, he's naked. Now he got next to the sword, and he ain't used that sword like he used to in a long time. He gonna be rusty with it. So check it out. And also and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Hey, when Yahushua get here, man, that's gonna be the brightness of his coming. It's gonna wipe Esau out, man. All this technology gonna go then. His sword gonna go then. You know, them little F-22s gonna get blew out the sky by the chariots. Your little warships gonna get blew out the water by the chariots. You know, the Akim with their spiritual powers gonna be wrecking them. You know, Lord willing, I'm part of that. We're gonna be wrecking them, putting hands on you, and the devil's done. When Yahushua shows up, that's it. Darkness is over. That's why I said the brightness of his coming, because that's the truth coming. That's when the truth is going to be complete. When Yahushua hits the ground and shows up, you know, in the physical, here in our atmosphere, it's over with. That's the light. That's the end of your lives, Esau. Ain't no, I'm going to try to do this, and I'm sorry. And it's the end of that. It's the end of your lives. Then it's, are you going to put this yoke of iron on your neck and pick my greens and get my chicken eggs? You know, you going to work, clean that mess up and build my palace. I want rocks. I want granite. I want all that. You know, back-breaking work, Esau. So that's what's going to come to him. And check it out. He'll go to the point I want to bring up in 9. Even him who's coming is after the working of Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders. That was a lie that you just watched in that football game. That was a lie to generate revenue and to also put out an agenda. Get rid of all the misinformation. Talk about my stuff. Quit saying it's bad. Quit saying it's doing that. My stuff is good. Go get it. That's what the devil, wants to put on our heads. It wasn't that. And then you see what the hospital did, didn't you? He recovered in 4 days miraculously. My medical stuff is the best. My technology is so great. That's how Esau thinking, man. That's the lie trying to put out there. But we know better, man. Your medicine is garbage. Your entertainment is garbage. Your stuff is garbage. Everything you do, devil, is decrepit, and you are going by the wayside every day. Every day, this devil losing power. But he still has the media. So he still got the 2/3, because that was a lot of people. Like, I remember I was in my CDL class, and all of them was trying to, like, especially the Edomites, trying to tell me it was a freak accident. I could hit you in your chest real hard, and I could stop your heart. And I'm looking like, yeah, right, devil. And then a Jake, hey, crack me up, man. A hood Jake. So we in there talking about it, which is what Esau wanted. Talking about the football injury when it first happened. And Jake said, oh, it's from the snake bite. and them Edomites got so mad. No, it ain't. Whoa. And it started, almost started a fight. That's another thing Esau wanted, that division, you know. I almost started a fight, and I'm looking like, boy, he shouldn't have said that. See, when you wise, you know what to say, what not to say. You know how to hold your tongue. And I knew not to say that, because I knew they just gonna be arguing, because I bet they took it. So they don't want to hear that, because they scared, worried about, you know, if it's gonna affect them like that. You know, everybody that took that is scared right now. And man, that was so funny to watch that back and forth, man. And like I know even some of the lowest of the 2/3, man, know what's going on. That's how I know Esau's done. A dumb hood nigga Jake now knows a little bit of what's going on. Like, they not going for your lives like that. Really, I noticed it's the bougie dumb Jakes that's really going for it. The ones that think they educated, think they intelligent. Really, they dumb. They're the ones going for the whole scenario, because they're used to believing and trusting in the system, which is why they believe everything. But I notice anybody that got like a critical thinking or think for themselves, like, this thing isn't working. And Esau's desperate, man. His lies, his media, man, is losing power. He's losing power daily. He's getting desperate. And that's why that thing happened like that, man. So, hey, it's about a wrap for this devil. I'm looking at him just struggle. Let's go to Micah 5:9 to get some good news, because this is what's about to happen. So check it out. This is Micah 5:9. Thy hand shall be lifted up upon thy adversaries, and all thy enemies shall be cut off. Woo, that's about to happen. Esau scared, he know it. And it go 10. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that I will cut off thy horses out of the midst of thee, and I will destroy thy chariots. Horses represent power. So Yahushua saying he gonna cut off their horses. He's saying he gonna cut their power off. And that's kind of like cutting your water off. So Esau know that's about to happen. He said, destroy thy chariots. You know, so that's talking about their military. You know, all their little jets and Humvees and tanks and all the technology. Hey, Yahushua said, I'm going to cut that off. And he is. And you can see it happening real soon. So Esau better help and use that stuff while he can. Here you go, 11. And I will cut off the cities of thy land and throw down all thy strongholds. Hey, plants of Christianity getting thrown down. That's a stronghold. Their military is a stronghold. That's getting thrown down. He said, cut off your cities, man. You ain't gonna be no Pittsburgh. Ain't gonna be no you know, what's this other city names? Los Angeles and all of that. That's about to be cut off. You go start seeing Paleo Hebrew names. We start setting the cities up. We're gonna be setting cities up, you know, after our names. Not Esau. All his stuff about to get destroyed. So the Lord is on point when he said that. He said, I'm about to cut off your cities. And that's true. That's about to happen real soon. Here go the point I want to make in 12. And I will cut off witchcrafts out of thy hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. Woo! What did he say? He said, I will cut off thy witchcrafts. That was a witchcraft. Them lies, they media. You know, they got the media going to medium. That's witchcraft. That was a lie that they just put out to the public to play on their feelings, to get them to put in some money. This like plants of Christianity play on your emotions. They, like the black church, play music, have you all in Jesus' name, and all riled up, and soon the song finished, they hand around the collection plate, the offering plate, to get money. I grew up in the Plants Christian Church, so I know. I seen them, man. I seen one church hand out like 7, 8 offering plates at every song. I'm like, God dang, grandma, y'all got to put up more money. They gonna make y'all broke. Boy, shut up. Put that money in that plate. And I'm like, golly, man. Then the dude still up there talking, preaching for like 5 hours. Hey, man, I'm ready to go home. So the black church, Plants Christianity, is a form of witchcraft. That's about to be cut off. And soothsayers go into like your liars, you know, which I might go get this in the blue letter. Let's go 5 and 12 in the blue letter, because I want to look up soothsayers. So let's go to the blue letter on that real quick, because I don't want to butcher that. I want to get that on point, because you need to know what a soothsayer is. So let's go to Micah. Where's we at? Micah 5. and 12. Let's get that word soothsayers, baby. Because witchcraft, I know what that means, but let's get the soothsayers. Nine. Let's get the pronunciation.
Strong's H, 6049. Anan. Anan.
Anan. And when you look at it, man, to make, appear, produce, bring clouds, practice soothsaying, conjure, to observe times, practice soothsaying or spiritualism or magic. So they doing magic tricks. That's your soothsayers. That's basically like your spinners, man. Enchanter, sorceress, diviner. So basically it's like, it goes into witchcraft, soothsaying, man. It's like lying, like a magician, you know, smoking mirrors, basically. And that's what we just seen on that football thing, man. That was a big elaborate lie. Oh, he got hit in the chest and he had a heart attack. And it's whatever that name they said, that new name, they gave a new medical term talking about if you get hit in your chest just right, you'll have a heart attack. Get out of here, Esau, with that, man. That's the best you can think of. You need to find somebody else to pay to come up with these lies, man, because that's just not good stuff. That's like, get out of here, man. So soothsaying going to being a magician, man. You know, smoking mirrors. You know, magic. You know, witchcraft, basically. So that's just like another word for witchcraft. So let's go back to it. So check it out. There go 13. Michael 5:13. Thy graven images also will I cut off, and thy standing images out of the midst of thee, and thou shalt no more worship the work of thy hands. So all they little statues of Roosevelt about to go. All the statues of sweet baby Jesus about to go. You know, it's about to be cut off. All their standing images, every statue of an Edomite is about to get blew off the map. There will be no more images of them set up. It's going to be images of Israelites set up after we take over. Because that's what's about to happen, baby. We about to take over through Yahweh Bashmi Awashah. So check out 14. And it's going to back me up what I said right here. And I will pluck up the groves out of the midst of thee, so I will destroy thy cities. You hear that? You're going to pluck them up by the roots. When you pluck something up by the roots, it's dead. So Esau's whole power structure about to die. Here go 15, man. Real good news, baby. Here go 15. Michael 5:15. And I will execute vengeance and anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard. So when Yahweh put the spiritual power on us, when Yahweh get here, when them chariots get active, hey, man, the heathen about to get smacked up like they have never experienced in their life. I'm talking about Esau. I'm talking about Ishmael. I'm talking about Hamites. I'm talking about Moabites, Ammonites. All the heathen nations about to get messed up. And they're going to know that Yahweh loves us. Israelites, Yashar Allah. They're going to know it. We're going to be hollering their name out. We're going to be putting chains on them. It's going to be change gain on them, man. They're going to be walking the chains. We're going to put them on auction blocks. They're going to get sold. And we're going to be setting up our images, man. The Israelite man, woman, and child is going to be pushed to the forefront. We're going to go back to gold and silver shekels, you know, with Israelite faces on it. Israelite councils, Israelite stores, Israelite, you know, statues and things of that nature. Like everything's going to be set up around Israel. You know, the law, statute, commandments is going to be the government. That's going to be the law. You know, our faces is going to be number one. We're going to be on top. So we just got to be patient, endure, and, you know, do the best we can to show ourselves approved, Yahshua. But, man, this whole Michael, what I was just reading, that's all victory right there. And it's happening. You could tell. Esau is scared, desperate, and doing his best to try to put people back in the plantation. We like, nah, man. Nah, man, you lying, man. I'm getting ready for the marriage, man. I'm getting ready for Yahweh Shah. I holler Yahweh Shah. That's my master. You know, Yahweh Bashmi Yahweh. I ain't into whatever you talking about, devil. You know, you can go ahead and walk it out. And in a minute, you about to be done away with. So I'm like, you better party up while you can, devil, because your time is short. And like every day I can see his time getting shorter and shorter. And with his time getting shorter and shorter, hey, that's quicker and quicker do we gonna get in the kingdom of heaven. Kingdom of heaven is upon us. It's nigh. So it's best to repent, Yahshua. You know, stay locked in on this truth to the best of your abilities and get ready for rulership. Cause that's what we about to get, man. This devil, he's desperate, man. His circus ain't even no good. Nobody ain't going to the circus like that. Attendance is down, so the devil got to do something to, you know, like a defibrillator. Clear. He trying to shock you back to life, man. Y'all get back to the circus. Watch that stuff. Spend your money on that stuff. Please, do it. Because I'm trying to set my laws up, man. And y'all over here, y'all not giving me the money. It's like a church with losing its members. That's Esau. You know, he losing his members, man. He losing revenue. He losing money. He ain't liking it. So he got to do some theatrics. He got to do some funny stuff to, you know, some witchcraft to generate and get it back going. So with that, I hope this has been edifying. I want to say Kwan Yashua Allah, Dite Babal, Shalom.